morning, good afternoon, good evening. Um, welcome, family. My name is Ezra from South Africa. As usual, it's always a pleasure being here. It's always an honor for me to stand in for Mika and represent the whole Swahili Nation team and the whole Swahili Nation family from all across the globe. Thank you very much for joining us. Um, Today is going to be another great show. We had a great show last night speaking about humanity before ethnicity and a very insightful topic. But today it's another day, it's a brand new day. I just want to welcome everybody that is joining us tonight. And please, before you do anything, before you can even subscribe, before you can even comment or put a comment, please subscribe. 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 And let's grow the channel. Let's reach out to so many people. Share also the links. Share the links with everybody on your social networks, on any platform that you may be on. Share on your Facebook, Instagram. There's so many, Twitter, everywhere. Just share the links. Share and tell people, family, friends. Share with them and tell them there's a great channel on YouTube called Swahili Nation, and there's a great movement called One Africa Movement. And tell them this is where Africans meet. This is where people who are ready to be leaders of today. We are not leaders of tomorrow. We are leaders of today. And leadership starts now, and Africa is for now. It's not for tomorrow. We need to start now to reap the fruits of tomorrow. So as Africans, we are the Africans that are standing up, the Africans that say enough is enough, no more. Africans who are saying we want to build our continent, we want to build our communities, we want to build our countries, and make sure that the generation that will come after us, they have a foundation, they have something to build on. And Africans who are also not waiting for handouts, Africans that say no to handouts, no more handouts, Africans who are saying no more to exploitations, Africans who are saying they want to build, they want to move forward, and they are tired of complaining. They know their problems. They want to bring solutions to the table. So welcome, family. Welcome, wherever you're joining us from. It is gonna be a great night. It's gonna be a great show. And family, please subscribe. I can't emphasize that too much. I need to emphasize it because a lot of people watch. And also, please like. If you've joined this live stream, just like our channel, just like our page, just like, and listen as well. And you'll be blessed. There's so much information that you can get from a lot of people from all across the globe. This is not just a panel for a country or a panel for just people who are just based in a specific area, but it's people from across the globe, Africans from all over the world, USA, the Caribbean, England, Europe, Asia, and also our beautiful continent, Africa. A lot of people who are there and who have so much to contribute and who feel that we need to talk about this. And one of the things that I would love to highlight, family, is that we are building and we are trying to unite. And we're not trying to unite. This is how we are uniting as Africans, because I think unity sometimes can be described in many forms, but this is another form of unity where Africans are crossing, opening the borders, and we are meeting on all these platforms, and we can communicate and you can learn from other people from different other nations, because that's been our cry as Africans, and that's been one of our hindrances as Africans, that we have not been able to communicate with our fellow brothers who are our neighbors. There's so many misconceptions that we even have about each other. So this channel is also about crossing the bridge and making sure that both parties can know about each other. And this is the channel for you. We need to know each other as people, and we need to know each other as different people from different cultures, different backgrounds. So welcome, family. Welcome, family. It is going to be a great show. And as you all know that in this family, we do believe in prayer, we do believe in God, and we do believe and we embrace our differences. And we are a show that is not here to maybe agree with everyone. We all have different views, but we want to hear those views. So feel free, join, and let us hear what you have to say. And this is not a typical show that you'll meet on the anywhere. This is the best show in the world. And so welcome, family, and be part of this. Participate. Do not be on the sidelines while you seeing things. If there's something that we are saying that is not correct, correct us. Join and correct and say, no, the actual fact is A, B, C, D. So yes, we need people that can join and help each other to empower, so that we can be all so that we can be empowered as people from different places. So as I said, this is also part of why we are trying to unite, or we are uniting through these platforms. Without all these platforms, how will you even hear somebody from Ethiopia? How will you even hear somebody from Tanzania? How will you even hear somebody from Kenya, Nigeria, Senegal, Burkina Faso? I mean, so many people. Ghana, we had a brother from Ghana. We had so many people from different places. And this is part of unity. I think unity is not uniform to just one ideology, but also talking is also part of unity. So we embrace that, and we want as many people to be part of this movement, and for us as Africans to all pull our socks up, not just few people. And another thing I love emphasizing, as always, is we cannot outsource our problems to other people. We need to stand, and we need to start coming up with solutions. So this is a channel as well that is here for solutions. We are not here to vent and complain and cry and blame this one. Let's come up with solutions. If we are seeing problems, let's come up with solutions. Yes, with time, some people might say, I've tried reaching out to so many people, but we don't stop because there's hindrances or there's any other thing. So welcome, family, to those who are connecting tonight. Feel free. If there's anything that you think we should cover today or tonight, depending on where you are, because in Africa it's nighttime. In many parts of Africa it's nighttime. East Africa it's nighttime. Central, even the western part of our continent, it's in the evening. It's around 7. I think in West Africa it's around 7, just after 7. Here in Central Africa it's 9 p.m. It's after 9 p.m. And East Africa it's 10 p.m. already. So it's nighttime in Africa. So, and I know people that are in Asia, China, a lot of places, China, South Korea, it's already morning. It's already Friday morning in those countries. So welcome. That's why I normally emphasize, because somebody, when you say evening and somebody, it's a morning to them. So hence the emphasis about the time zones that we find ourselves in. And thank you very much for subscribing. And thank you for those who've been supporting us financially in terms of joining the membership, and in any other way, contribution as well, like coming and being part of this. This is also contribution. It's not always about money only, but the knowledge. We need the knowledge and we need solutions. So hence we are here, and we are live every day, especially this month. We've been pushing so much. And thank you for those who are praying for us, those who are supporting us in any way. Your prayer is a support as well. Anything that helps us to grow as a channel and help us to grow and reach as many people. Some people found out about this link through friends and through family. So also, when you are supporting, it's bound to reach somebody else. It might not be today, but tomorrow might reach somebody else in another country. So when you support us and playing your role as a leader, as I always say, I emphasize that we are all leaders. Leadership is not just based on people who are in politics, but leadership starts in our home as well. It starts with how we run our affairs in our homes. It also was shown in our work, what we do every day. Leadership is everywhere. We need to show it in every aspect of our lives. And the more we show leadership, that's how we can inspire and aspire those who want to create change. So let's do that. Let's show leadership. Let's be active. More than anything, be active. Do not be an idle mind. Do not be sitting in the corners and complaining and pointing fingers. That's not what we are here about. Oh, that's not what we want. We want people that will say, I'm done complaining. I'm coming up. I've got ways to solve these things. I think we should do it this way. And there's never one way of solving matters and issues, especially in our continent. So subscribe, family. For those who just joined, subscribe. And also, family, please support our Patreon page as well, and be active, family. Please join our Patreon membership and support us in any way. Sometimes some of these platforms, it may look as if it's just a platform, everything's for free. Nothing's for free. We have to run things. So it also comes with cost, equipment, resources, all those things. So family, join us, support us any way possible. And we appreciate to those who've been also supporting us on the Patreon, who've joined, and also on the YouTube membership. There's also different categories there that you can choose from and be part of this movement. Do not sit on the corners. Do not be somebody who's going to complain and not come up with solutions. So here we are. We're trying to build. We're trying to encourage each other, and we're trying to reach as many people as possible. So when you're joining us, join us. I will be sharing a link soon. And yeah, and if there's anything that we missed, breaking news today, family, what is the breaking news? What's happening either on Twitter or anyway, let me not even maybe talk about one platform, but anyway, what's the news in Africa? What's happening in your countries? Please, family, show us, tell us if there's anything that has been happening in your country. And again, family, let's keep our target is 200K before this month end. Please, family, subscribe. I cannot emphasize this more than anything else. And also I see there's like over 30 people who've already joined. Can you just press the like button if you've already subscribed? Turn on that notification so that you can join the live stream as early as possible and be part of the conversations that we are having. So family, please subscribe, because we're having a lot of people that join, listen, sometimes even contribute something either in the comment section or wherever, but then they did not subscribe. So subscribe. It won't cost you anything. Just subscribe. Be part of the movement. Be part of the movement, Be part of the movement. Do not just come and, become part of the family. Become part of the family. That's why we want you to subscribe. We are beyond algorithms and all those things. Yes, they are important, but we're not about that. We're about the African voices, and the African voices need to be heard. So if we are having our own platforms as Africans, this helps us to have our own voices. When we see injustices, We have also our own platforms in our media houses that we can also say, no, that's not the truth. This is the actual truth. So family, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. At least tonight, we need to be we need to reach 184 or 195, 195, 194, 194, 195. Please, family. Or let's reach 200 today. Let's reach 200K tonight. Let's reach 200K tonight, not tomorrow. Tonight. Everyone who's just joined, please subscribe. Please press that like icon, and then come, let's talk. And as usual, family, we need to we normally start with prayer. And I know His Excellency always emphasized that our continent, we are not just facing just an ordinary war. It's not just ideological only, but it's also spiritual. So we also handle the spiritual. We're not just there to just come with the ideology and solutions and whatnot. So as a norm in this family, we normally pray. You can pray in your own way, in your own tongue, in your own language, whatever way that you know how. And yeah, and I just want to say, just gonna pray in opening. I know I've already said much, but before we get into a lot of issues and the topic for tonight, I'm just going to speak about, I'm just gonna pray. Thank you, Abba Father, for this night that you've blessed us with. Thank you for this opportunity to be in front of our brothers and sisters from across the world. Thank you, Abba Father, that we can come, share, and come with solutions to help our continent grow. Abba Father, please, we pray for all those who will be joining tonight. We pray for wisdom. We pray for understanding. We pray for encouragement, that those who feel discouraged, they'll be encouraged. Those who feel that who are hopeless, they'll find hope once they join here. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Thank you, family. Thank you, family. Thank you, family. Wow. Welcome, family. I will be going through the the comment section. I see a lot of people have joined. Welcome, Africans, Casa, Zainab, Zadu, and who else? I see Anthony Randall. I normally see Anthony Randall. I always see you on the comment section. Join us one of these days. Hopefully tonight you'll also join us. And feel free, family, to join us and be part of the movement. And is there something that maybe, as I already asked, that is any breaking news, anything that of interest that we need to know of? Any good news as well? If you've got good news, just drop it there on the comment section and say, hey, I just got a new job. Hey, I just started a new business. Hey, I just graduated. Whatever good news that you think you want to share with the family, comment. Just drop it on the comment section. And we need positivity. Sometimes we all need to be encouraged. You might have something great. It might look small to you, but somebody else, it might be an upliftment. For example, maybe you just graduated. There might be another student somewhere else having difficulty in their studies, and hearing that somebody made it after 6 years of whatever studying, whatever course they're doing, and they feel encouraged to say, you know what, I'm still going to push and work hard until I make it as well. So if there's any positive news you want to share, also drop it there inside, and we'll take it from there. I see also Marie Antoinette as well. I see you normally in the comment section. Thank you for the smile. And what else? I see a lot of people. I see Muhammad Xmed today is on fire. I I see it there. You commenting about a lot of things. Wow, 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 wow. There's a lot of comments coming in. I see Akria Asmara connecting from Eritrea. Eritrea, welcome to our family, Eritrean brothers and sisters. You're more than welcome to join us as well. And yeah, family, I see a lot of people are joining, a lot of familiar faces as well. And I see Cameroonian Nationalist Party. You know, Cameroon Nationalist Party. I see you a lot in the comment section, brother or sister. Please join us. There's a lot happening in Cameroon, and it will be really nice to hear what's happening there from somebody who's coming from Cameroon. Because I always see you every day. You're always representing Cameroon in the house. Cameroon in the house. And it is a beautiful country, a tropical country in the central Africa, and what a beautiful country. And I know a lot of some people from Cameroon. I in fact have some friends from Cameroon. You know what? There's more coming, but anyway, let me keep the good news for some other day. And today we're gonna be talking about health, and my brother Alpha Tube will be joining us. Will be joining us to talk about health, and more on the side of the giving birth and how to take care of a woman, and also as women how to carry your pregnancy and stuff. So Alpha Tube will be joining us a little later, or even sooner than this. So, and Alpha Tube, I see you on the comment section. I sent you an email, but I know you're gonna join us very soon, and I will be sharing the link very soon, and you can come, and we'll be talking about health in Africa and how we can take care of ourselves. And yeah, that's just one of the topics that we'll be discussing. But is there something that family that you want us to talk about? I see Muhammad Ahmed is very he's on fire. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, what a statement there from Muhammad Ahmed. I think Muhammad Ahmed, I'll really welcome you in soon. And I've just shared the link as well for those who'll be joining us. Join us. You're more than welcome. And let me see this. Just want to send something here. Yeah, family, just tell us. Is there anything that you want us to talk about? I see. Again, Muhammad Ahmed. Maybe you should join us before we start, and you can come and just explain all these things that you are talking about. Muhammad Ahmed. This is the Muhammad I'm talking about. Welcome. I just want to welcome all my brothers today. My brother from St. Kitts, and I think maybe Brother Rich, you can also join us and just teach us about St. Kitts. I think you always do every day. So yesterday you taught us something about St. Kitts, how the name came about. Maybe you can come and teach the people again just for a short time. You say St. Kitts is an island. This is what you know. So this will be very nice to see you again, just teaching us about your island, because a lot of people don't really know that there are many islands in the Caribbean. Most people are familiar with Cuba. Obviously, Cuba has played a role in supporting many African countries, and Jamaica, and very few people know that there's Barbados. There's so many islands there, and Kitts is one of them. you know, so there's many islands and we need to know about them. There's Haiti as well. So we know, some people know Haiti, others might know Haiti for other issues, sad issues, but there's Haiti, there's Dominican Republic, there's so many islands there we need to learn about. And St. Kitts is not really the commonly known or commonly known for maybe tourism or anything like that. But I know Brother Rich can also just teach us now and then. But we will have a show for St. Kitts and the Caribbean where I can fire also, he can come and represent Jamaica and other places as well. And I'm just going to allow my brother Rich to just teach us something about maybe knowledge for the day, world map, geography today. Let's learn geography before we get into health. And I'm going to welcome my brother here, Brother Rich.
Yes. I'm here, brother. I'm here. Glad to see you again, man.
Glad to see you, and thank you for always supporting and always being here and representing the Caribbean, raising the flag very high for all the Caribbean countries there, countries that are in the Caribbean. Today, since you taught us something about about St. Kitts, maybe there's something you want to also just share with us before we go and speak about health and stuff.
Yeah, well, it was during slavery times, St. Kitts was called the mother colony of the West Indies because it produced the most sugar for England and in the English empire out of all the countries in the Caribbean. The small island, one of the smallest islands, produced the most sugar. So that's one thing. But there's so much because it was a battle between the French and the British to take over that place constantly. That's why there are some countries in the Caribbean that speak French, and then some that speaks English. You have the U.S. Virgin Islands and all of those things. So yeah, that's a little bit about it. But more importantly is that as I told you guys yesterday, most of the people who came to that island and was enslaved were from Guinea.
From Guinea, wow.
Yes. So they created when they got free, they created a town called New Guinea in St. Kitts, which is still called New Guinea up to now.
Wow.
And that leads me to what I wanted to tell you guys today, because something special is happening in Guinea right now. That is the former president, that is Camara, who was in exile for a decade, has just returned to Guinea because Alpha Tunde was overthrown by the new leader in Guinea. What his name is again? The new leader, his name is Mamadi Doumbouya. So Mamadi Doumbouya is a Pan-Africanist soldier that trained in Israel and fought in Afghanistan and all those places for the Americans and the imperialists. But he came back to Guinea and overthrew Alpha Tunde because he wanted to have a third term, because he was backed by the French and he wanted to have a third term. So he overthrew him and he brought back that is Camara back to Guinea now, so that he can probably get his rightful place back in the country, because he was a loved president when he was a president. So that's a little bit I could give you guys today.
Yeah, I just shared the map as well, because some people might say, "Where is that? Where's St. Kitts?"
Everyone, man,
I'm just trying to show them here where it is. You know, some people might know Puerto Rico because I know it's also a big tourist country where a lot of people also go for holiday, especially people from the US. And for those who don't know where St. Kitts is, I'm just trying to. Dominican Republic, Haiti is this side,
Yeah.
There's Puerto Rico there, and then St. Kitts is here.
Yeah.
Next to
St. Martin.
St. Martin, yeah. So there's this. That's as I'm just telling the family that there are many islands here, and people sometimes they are so used to Jamaica, for example, or Cuba.
Yeah. Let me tell you, every time someone hears my accent up here,
Yeah.
and they ask me where you from, I don't even want to tell them where I'm from because they don't assume that I'm Jamaican. And then when I tell them St. Kitts, they don't even know where it is. Yeah, so
So
yeah, man.
I think others may know also Barbados as well. So, and Trinidad and Tobago as well. So there's many islands, family. For those who don't know, when we say the Caribbean, where's the Caribbean? What are we talking about? These are the countries that we talking about, yeah. So it's islands. There's many islands here. So, and there are countries as well. They are independent countries. So learn our geography. There's something our brother Rich is from this island here, St. Kitts. What is the population there in St. Kitts?
About 46,000. Not even much. That's about that.
So do you guys know each other?
Everyone knows everyone. No, of course not. But make sure you show them to her. I remember I told you guys, between every 60 to 100 years, there's somebody that comes from the Caribbean to shed light on situations, whether it be in Africa and North America. They always shed light on the African situation worldwide. So you had Marcus Garvey from Jamaica. You had Kwame Ture from Trinidad and Tobago, way down south in the Caribbean. You have people from Barbados. You even have people from St. Kitts. I don't know if you guys know Louis Farrakhan.
Yes.
Leader. Well,
yes.
his mother is from St. Kitts.
Wow.
That's so he has deep roots in St. Kitts.
Wow, I didn't know that. Hey, that's something that of interest that we will also look into at some point.
Yeah, I think part of his life he spent in St. Kitts, like his early life was there, and then until he went to the States. And his father is Jamaican.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, wow. Well, just something of interest that I just wanted to show our family here, and just show them with the map where you are and where the St. Kitts is, because as I said, it's not common for somebody to say St. Kitts. As you say, you always say when they hear the accent, they're thinking Jamaica. It's the first country people think of. I guess it has a lot of like people that came from there, like Bob Marley, those people that really made Jamaica really popular, and other movies as well that really made Jamaica popular more than maybe the other places. But it is just something, family, that I wanted to share with our brother. And our brother was just teaching us where he's from in the Caribbean islands, and he's from the St. Kitts island. So. And how many islands, if I may ask, Brother Rich?
How many islands in the Caribbean?
Yeah, no, for St. Kitts, how many islands are under your territory as St. Kitts as a country?
Oh, yeah, it's just two. So there's sister islands, St. Kitts and Nevis. So Nevis is the one right beside St. Kitts. So there's sister islands.
Sister islands. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a big tourist destination. I see Jonathan said it's a big tourist destination. That's true because Jay-Z and Beyonce is always there. So
wow, I think St. Kitts is also a very attractive because you can literally lay low if you want to have a quiet a holiday. That's the best place to go compared to maybe the other islands that are more touristy. Or I know it's also touristy where you are, but I think you can literally hide from even media and you know.
Yeah, celebrities could walk there freely. Nobody troubles them, you know. So yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much, Brother Rich.
Yes,
I'm just gonna allow our guest for tonight, Mr. Alpha. I think he's an alpha male. I hope he's very alpha.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna leave you guys to it now. I'll be listening on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah. But join us. Do not be silent. I know you're working. You can be in the background and join whenever you get your free time.
Okay, no problem, man. I'll be here.
Thank you very much, Brother Rich, and thank you, family. That's just geography for today. We learned something. There's many places out there that that we need to know of where our people are, and he taught us something about St. Kitts, that some people from Guinea, from all those countries in West Africa, mostly they are they're descendants from Africa, in Guinea, to be specific, that live in St. Kitts, people from Guinea. So I'm gonna welcome our guest for tonight, and our brother Alpha Chup. Welcome, my brother. Alpha. Can you hear us?
Hear me?
We can hear you now.
Okay, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, I can hear you.
Okay, hello. Hello.
Hello, we can hear you.
Okay, that's good. Thank you very much. Good evening.
Good evening. To others, it's a morning. Others, it's afternoon. But
Yeah.
good evening here in Africa.
Oh, yeah. Just the salutation is based on the time of East African, because it's about 25 to 11. This way I say good evening.
Welcome, brother. And I just want to tell the family that tonight we have a brother from Ethiopia who'll be just sharing something about health. Today we talk about health. It's not always about politics, but also we need to take care of our bodies. We need to take care of ourselves. As some of the comments will always say that, Mika, take care of yourself. Rest, Mika. This is a brother here who's coming and coming to just share something about health, more specific about pregnancy and stuff. Brother, welcome, and just introduce yourself. Tell our viewers where you're from, your name, and what you do, and what we are here to talk about tonight.
Thank you, Ezra. Hello, everyone, my sisters, my brothers around the world. My name is Fentaun Fakadi. I am from Bahir Dar, Ethiopia, the source of Blue Nile, the longest river in the world. It starts from the place where I am living now. Yeah, and I'm a midwife in profession, so that today we will talk about the danger sign during pregnancy, which is a very most important topic for everyone. Thank you.
Wow, this is the topic, family, for tonight. As our brother, he's a midwife. He's in the health space, and he wants to talk to us about the danger signs of during pregnancy. So, welcome, brother, and the floor is yours. People are itching to hear what you have to say.
Thank you once again. My brothers and sisters, a child bearing is the most wonderful gift of God, because our generation continues through this process. Yet this process is very complex, and a pregnant mother, or a girl or a woman, when she gets pregnant, her life is surrounded by many types of issues, especially like preeclampsia, that is an hypertension occurred during pregnancy, abortion, bleeding, obstructed liver, and so on. So today we will talk the most pertinent danger signs during pregnancy, and what can we do, what their sign and symptoms looks like, how we prevent them, or what can we do. So before I go to this session, I would like to tell you some facts. every day in the world nowadays, over 800 mothers are losing their lives because of childbearing process complications. Okay, look, 810 and more. Among these mothers, 94% of them die in developing country, and 86% of them die in in the sub-Saharan countries. Like South Sudan, Nigeria, and Ethiopia are among the highest contributors. These mothers die due to 3 delays. These 3 delays are delay in decision at home, because mothers get delayed to decide to go to the health institution because of many reasons, because of the family, because of lack of knowledge, because of road, because of many issues, so that she delays to decide at home. When she has something, she may say something, this may be the other, blah, blah, blah. The other delays occurred during travel. In Africa, health institutions are very scattered. So many mothers delay to reach from health institutions. For example, let me tell you a woman who made me a midwife just over 20 years ago. She traveled over 48 hours on foot, and she lost her life on her 10th birth. This is because of the road, okay, because of the second delays. If she would be able to reach the health institution nearby, she would be saved. The other delays occurred after they reach in health institution because of the delays of decision made by the health professionals. Health professionals may be delayed to decide due to many reasons. These are the reason why the mothers die. But what kills mother in these 3 delays? The first cause of maternal death is bleeding during pregnancy, especially after birth. That is called postpartum hemorrhage. The other cause of maternal death is a pregnancy-induced hypertension. That an hypertension occurred during pregnancy, especially after 20 weeks of gestation through 42 days of birth. The third cause is obstructed liver. This obstructed liver may be occurred either due to disproportions of the fetus and the pelvis of the mother. The fourth one is unsafe abortion. Evidence show that every year over 50 million abortions takes place in the globe. Look, a population near or more than Kenya, okay? Over 50 million abortion takes place globally. Over 60% of abortion takes place in Asia, followed by Africa. Among these, around 43% of this abortion is unsafe abortion. That leads the one who committed unsafe abortion to die. The fifth one is infection, especially a postpartum infection. These are the most pertinent causes of maternal death, but there are others indirect causes like HIV, cardiac disease, diabetes mellitus, malaria, and blah blah. But I am saying just the direct causes of maternal death. Saying this, what are the danger signs during pregnancy? I think it's clear. Yeah? Can you hear me, Isra?
Loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Yeah. I can hear you. You can go ahead. I can hear you.
No. Thank you. Danger signs like severe headache that is not resolved due to, after we take a paracetamol, okay? When a woman gets a severe headache and it is not resolved yet after she takes a paracetamol, that is one of the danger signs. One. 2. Blurring of vision. A woman may not be able to see clearly one image. It seems 2 or 3 or unclear image may be occurred. This is the second danger sign. The third danger sign is facial and hand edema. Facial and hand edema. The other danger sign is bruising. Sorry, I'm got common cold. The other danger sign is unable to breathe or breathing difficulties. Breathing difficulties. Upper abdominal or right chest pain, a sharp right chest pain. The other is dark and scanty urine. All these are an indicator of that the blood pressure might be rising, okay? Blood pressure might be increased. So when a woman feels either one or two of these, she has to visit the health institution nearby her. Then after she is diagnosed, if it is a pregnancy-induced hypertension, she could be treated. This treatment may be depend on its severity. I will come to the treatment. The other danger sign is the danger sign related to the fetus. Fetal movement might be felt in different stages for different mothers. For example, a woman who gets pregnant for the first time may wait to feel the fetal heartbeat until 24 weeks. Usually, she feels about 20 to 24 weeks. The other, a multipara woman, meaning a woman who have more than one child, may feel the fetal movement about 16 to 18 weeks. Then, after they feel the fetal movement, it has to continue until it is born. So, the woman have to be aware of decreasing fetal movement less than 20 movements over 24 hours. When a fetal movement decreases, okay, to below 10 times per 24 hour, it is better to visit the health institution nearby them. We will see why. The other danger sign is bleeding. Okay, bleeding during pregnancy or during labor or postpartum period. During pregnancy, a pregnant woman should not see a drop of blood, but when she feels or she recognizes the drop of blood, she has to go to the health institution nearby her. What this blood indicators, I will mention later. The other is gush of fluid or running of fluid through her vagina, because during pregnancy there is a water called amniotic fluid that protects and that protected the baby from many things. Then it would rupture during labor or pre-labor, so that the membrane may be ruptured before labor starts. Then the woman in Ethiopia think that as soon as the membrane ruptures, oh, the liver will come, oh, you will get burst. But this is not the actual case. Okay, it may take more than 24 hours, okay, 3 days or 1 week. This would expose them for infection that is called chorioamnitis. So when a woman feels the membrane is ruptured or some fluid passes through her vagina without her control, she has to visit the health institutions or consult her physicians. The last, but not the least, the danger sign during pregnancy is fever. Okay, when a pregnant woman feels a fever, despite of the cause, she needs to consult her midwife, okay, or go to the nearby health institution, because when temperature rises, before 7 menses or 28 weeks of gestation, according to WHO classification in developing country. The fetal viability is considered as not viable, so it is considered as an abortion. So it would cause abortion. High-grade fever may cause abortion. After 20 weeks of gestation, it may cause preterm labor. Okay, preterm labor. So these are some of the most pertinent danger signs during pregnancy. Am I clear, Zra?
Very clear, very clear. I don't know, the guys on the comment section, can you hear can you hear him clearly, or is? But from my side, I can hear you clearly. You can continue.
Okay.
I think they will have already told us that they can't hear you. But yeah, continue.
Okay, that's good. So let me explain every danger sign. What is behind what is behind every danger sign? As I have told you, the severe headache, blurring of vision, facial edema, bruising difficulties, right upper abdominal pain, a scanty urine or dark urine. These are all related to the high or increasing of blood pressure during pregnancy. For example, the headache is telling us that our nerves are getting damaged because of the high blood pressure that might be the cause of stroke or anything else. Blurring of vision also, that it tells us our optic nerves are getting damaged because of high blood pressure. Our facial edema, our hands edema tells us our kidney is not working well because of high blood pressure. Scanty urine, scanty and dark urine also tells us that our kidney is not functioning well. These are all may or may not be caused by the high blood pressure. So if they are ruled out yet, it could be treated. The other is breathing difficulty. Breathing difficulty happened when the pulmonary edema is occurred. This pulmonary edema also is a complications of high blood pressure. By the way, if blood pressure is not treated during pregnancy, it will be developed to seizure. That's called eclampsia. Pre-eclampsia, meaning the high blood pressure before seizure starts. Then when seizure is started, when the woman starts seizuring, or fitting, we call it eclampsia. This is the most dangerous signs in pregnancy, because when a woman gets seizure, she may not protect herself, so she would damage herself, her lung, and others' body might be injured because of high movement of her body. So when a pregnant woman feels one of the problem, as I have mentioned, she has to consult for a physician. The other is the fetal movement. You see, fetal movement may be decreased due to many reasons. The low amount of amniotic fluid, infection, or big the size, or blah blah. In any way, if a pregnant woman feels that her fetal heartbeat her fetal movement is below 10 in 24 hours, she has to visit the health institution, as I have said. What we can do when she comes to the health center, if this fetus is over 20 weeks, this is the policy of the Western. They could terminate the pregnancy and they help the baby to develop in incubator. But in Africa, especially in Ethiopia, the fetal viability is considered after 28 weeks of gestation. So that if a woman, for example, comes at 32 weeks of pregnancy, she would be given a drug that helps the baby's lung to be matured, Then when the baby's lung gets matured, the fluid from the baby's, the fetus lung is removed and the baby could breathe after birth. So we can support her to give birth. If it is term, irrespective of anything, we can do cesarean section and we can save the baby. The tragedy here is that many women may not recognize the fetal movement, and so they come after the baby is dead for long days, 3 days, 5 days, and 1 week. And then when we tell them that the baby is not alive in the uterus, oh, it is very difficult to understand their feelings there. So please, every husband, every mom, please identify the fetal movement, okay, and always be careful about the movements of the fetus. Okay, there is bleeding. Yeah, during pregnancy, the bleeding through vagina may come either due to coitus, okay, when there is a friction, okay, when there is a friction, maybe the bleeding is due to the coitus, okay, sexual intercourse. It may be from the cervical or due to human papilloma virus that would be developed to cervical, say, in the long range. Or the bleeding may come from the uterus due to the implantations of the uterus, the placenta in the lower pole of the uterus, that is called placenta previa. Okay, placenta previa means a terminology used to describe when the baby is attached to the uterus, the placenta is implanted in the lower pole of the uterus. So when it is implanted in the lower pole of the uterus and the baby is getting ground, especially in 32 weeks and above, then it gets a stretch so that a teeny vessels get ruptured. A woman can identify this as placenta previa because there is red and fresh bleeding. Okay, red and fresh bleeding may indicate that a placenta previa, unless otherwise ruled out. The other bleeding is caused due to abruptio placenta. Abruptio placenta is the terminology we use to describe the placenta detached before the baby is birthed. Okay, before the baby is expelled, the placenta wouldn't be separated. But in some circumstance, for example, in high blood pressure or heat or car accident, in any pressure that exerted on the abdomen may cause the placenta to be detached, and then the bleeding would come. When this bleeding comes, usually we can't see the exact bleeding. Too much amount of bleeding would concealed behind the placenta so that we can't see the dark red, and there is a too much pain, tenderness. The woman complains abdominal pain. Oh, I have a severe abdominal pain. I have severe abdominal pain. Then during examination, when you touch the abdomen, the woman complains severe pain. That's the really life-threatening danger side. Then emergency life-saving treatment would be given. The other is leakage or gush of fluid or gush of amniotic fluid that the woman can't control because she can control her urine, so that when there is a clear liquid, or it may be sometimes green or yellowish because of the color of the amniotic fluid, when she sees such kinds of fluid, she has to visit the midwives, because when the membrane gets ruptured, okay, especially when the fetus is not engaged to the pelvis, meaning it is not getting ready to birth, so it is high in the abdomen, the cord would collapse, or the cord would pass through the presenting part to the pelvis. Then the baby would have only 5 or 6 minutes to stay in life. That's really dangerous. The other is when the fluid, okay, leaked slowly, and if the woman does not visit the health institution, because of ascending infections or entrance of microorganisms through the vagina, she would develop chorioamnitis. This chorioamnitis would leave her life and her baby in danger. Finally, as I've said, the high-grade fever high-grade fever during pregnancy is a danger sign. I explained this earlier. When a woman has high-grade fever, okay, this fever causes the placenta to be detached, or the labor to start, or to induce labor, or to induce, and it creates abortion. So these are among not only danger signs, okay? These are the danger signs that we have to understand, and we have to be careful for our life, for our wives, and for ourselves. If you have questions, suggestions, and addition, please welcome our family. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alpha. And it is a great topic that we're touching on. And tonight we're talking about health, family, and more specifically about pregnancy, signs to watch out during pregnancy, and how to take care of yourself if you are pregnant or you are expecting. This is not just a topic for those who are pregnant, but it's a topic for everyone, because birth affects each and every one of us. And this is a platform where you can drop your question, or even join us and ask our midwife here tonight, and he can help us. And for some people, they might say, no, this is a woman should be joining this show, I'm not gonna partake. It's wrong for us as African men to always think things are for men and women. If it's your partner or your wife is there going through this, it's good to understand the hormonal changes, her body as well, so that you can support her better, and have a healthy relationship as well. So we must learn. We should try. We should try by all means to always learn and become better men as well, and become present men in Africa. Uh, um, so feel free, family, to ask any question. If you're a woman, feel free to ask anything. If you're a man, there's something you don't understand with your partner, or what you went through, or you've got an experience giving birth, join us and give us any input regarding this topic. But from my question, I've got a couple of questions, but I'll also give the guys to connect and then ask something regarding this topic. One of my question, Alpha, was how to check the fetal movement, the fetus, obviously, the movement inside the woman. How you kind of touched on it, but just for us to also know that, how do we really go about it to check if let's say the whole day we didn't hear anything, how do we go about it? Do we need to touch the tummy? Help us, especially us as men. I think the mothers might have this,
Yeah, it is very most important question, Ezra. Look, have you ever feel your bowel movement? Have you ever feel your abdomen moving when you have an abdominal cramp or something that you have a discomfort? Have you ever felt any movement from your abdomen?
Yeah, I like as men, you just touch, because we all different. And I guess with different pregnancies, it's a sensitive issue, and some women might not even want anyone close to them. So we have different people having different partners. Other men have never even touched their wives' tummies, or they've never even touched their partner's tummies. So it's a learning curve, and I think you can maybe give us a general view, because obviously every pregnancy will differ from person to person.
Look, the baby starts moving earlier than we recognize. So when they move, they touch, the uterus. When they touch the uterus pushes the abdomen, then the woman feels something is moving on her abdomen, something is pushing her abdomen. This is different on the conditions of the size of the baby. when I mean during the first 6 or 7 months, especially until she gets term, the size is relatively small, so that the baby is moving fast. When it pushes the uterus with its extremity, its head, and so on, it pulls the fluid first. The fluid is like the ocean. Okay, think yourself as the ocean that you are swimming. So the baby is living in the ocean that is swimming. Then when it moves in the ocean, it could touch any parts of her abdomen. Any parts of her uterus wall. Then when that wall is touched, it pushes again the abdominal muscle. Then the woman feels, oh, something is moving. Okay, yeah. Then she can count the fetal movement. Okay, she can count the fetal movement when she feels that something is touching her abdomen. Okay, it is easy for women because we male do not realize, because we do not have an experience. But if you have a chance to see ultrasound when your wife gets pregnant, and please go her with and see the ultrasound. Okay, when we see with ultrasound, the baby is moving freely here and there. Okay, here and there, here and there. So it it pushes the uterine muscle, that pushes again the abdominal muscle. Okay, this is why they realize. And then they can count at what time the baby starts the last movement. For example, let us say now it is about 10 past to 11 in East African time. Okay, now if she feels at this time, she would record the fetal movement is felt right now. Then she would tick when the baby is moving. Let's say that the baby might be moving just at 1 a.m. Then she would tick at 1 a.m. The baby may be again may move at 3 a.m. Then she can tick that. Then she will count all the total movement tomorrow at 11 p.m. Okay, at 11 or 10 past to 11. Then she would sum up the movement. Finally, she can recognize how many times the baby moves. This is the answer, dear.
Wow. Yeah, that's something. I think what you mentioned about the times as well, looking at the times, it's something that one can also take note of, as you say. And there's another question that I saw. I think Stephanie Asia just dropped this question. I don't know if you can see it here. She says it'll be interesting to know what COVID does during pregnancy.
This is a new question. Okay, good. Okay, may I wait to answer your question first, or may I answer her question first, and then may we go to your second question? May I answer this question first?
Any. It's your choice.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. You see, still now, there is no evidence that the COVID, the coronavirus could pass through the umbilical cord and causes the baby to be ill. And we advise the woman to be careful during pregnancy because her immunity is very suppressed than any ordinary woman due to hormonal change in pregnancy. That hormonal change suppressed her immunity, so that if she is not taking care of for herself, she's easily caught up COVID. Then what I advise for every pregnant woman is always be careful by wearing a mask, okay, wash handing, and keeping a distance with anyone who we have to contact, and so on. Then when she gives birth, we advise them to continue breastfeeding because still we do not have any evidence that the COVID passes through either milk or placenta. So this is my answer here.
Stephanie, I hope you answered there. regarding the question you raised. And should we go to another question? There's another question that has been sent here. Here's from Nana Dreams saying sometimes couples have to agree to protect the woman but refuse to go through another breaking that cost the woman her life. Can you tell us there in terms of couple deciding not to go maybe for more kids or even another baby just after another one? What's the healing process for women? As men, we need to know those things, that after giving birth, a woman giving birth, what's the healing process before maybe you can be intimate with your partner and stuff?
Oh, I'm really lucky to have this type of brothers and sisters who is asking me a very most important questions. Okay, yeah. I would love to answer this question. Very, very interesting. Look, after she gives birth, the first 6 weeks are the time to recover, okay, to non-pregnant state. That means 42 days from birth are enough time to recover or to become non-pregnant state. But this is, okay, this is just to become non-pregnant state. But be careful that to get another baby or to bring another baby, every couples are, okay, every couple is advised to stay at least 2 years, okay, 2 years. Let me explain why we say 2 years, okay? 2 years are the most important time for the baby to get all the things from his or her mother, the breast, the milk, okay? The first 6 months, the woman is advised to give only her breast, even no water, okay, even no water, because their abdomen is not strong enough, so they can't digest any food and they are prone for infection. So the first 6 months, every woman is advised to give only her breast because the milk of the mother is ready-made. It has food, water, medicine, vaccine, antibiotics, antibodies, all the necessary things for a newborn are available on a mother's milk. So dear women, please don't forget this advice, okay? Give your baby your milk for the first 6 months. Then what about the other, the rest months? The rest months at 6 months, you are expected to start the complementary foods. Then the baby gets exercise to eat another type of foods in addition to the milk. Then the first 2 years, the baby can get all the most important things from its mother. This is related to the baby. Related to the mother, if the woman gets pregnant as early as the birth, what happened to her? Her uterus worked hard during the labor to expel the baby. So there was a very hard job for the uterus. Okay, this uterus takes about 2 years to be strong. Okay, to be strong for another baby. Then when she waits 2 years, her recovery is perfect. Then if she gets pregnant at 2 years, then she would give birth at about 2 and 9 months. Then it is very helpful for her, because if she gets birth the second baby, or if she gets pregnant the second baby earlier, the baby that is born now is not getting adequate milk from her. Okay, if she discontinues the breastfeeding or weaning, the baby is malnourished. The malnourished will suppress its immunity, and it is vulnerable for many types of infection, especially diarrhea. On the other hand, if she decides to give milk, okay, give milk, the hormone inside her is disturbed, because during pregnancy, our brain promotes, okay, prolactin hormone that produces milk, not to expel milk. Okay, produce milk takes place during pregnancy for the baby to born. But if she is giving her milk for the baby, okay, the hormone is disturbed. So adequate hormonal flow in her blood is lost so that the uterus would not produce estrogen and progesterone that would give the baby danger signal. The danger signal might be preterm, okay, low birth weight, and so on. So the safe period for couple to have the second or third baby is after 2 years. Clear?
We clear on that one. And I just also want to show you another comment. It's more about the emotional readiness of the lady. I think Ethiopia Hagere says 6 weeks healing time is average. It may need more time. We also have to consider the emotional readiness of the lady. Anything
Yeah, I will comment. Let me comment this. The emotional readiness is just about to start sexual intercourse. Okay. By the way, a woman may get pregnant after 28 days of birth if she's not giving the breast. Okay, if she's not giving breast adequately at least 8 times per day to 12 times per day, or if she discontinues breastfeeding, she would become to fertile period at 28 weeks of gestation. So 20 days of postpartum period, so that if she is emotionally ready and starts sex, she would get pregnant. But I'm talking when what is the appropriate time for having the second baby. Whether she's getting ready or not, we health professionals advise women to stay just 2 years, minimum 18 months. Okay, minimum 18 months, especially for those have CS or cesarean section, cesarean delivery. It's better to wait more than 2 years even. So for emotional adjustment, it is about, okay, it depends about the care we give. If we give care for a woman, her emotional status become normal and stabilized as early as possible. But if the woman do not get, okay, if the woman does not get adequate care, she would develop postpartum psychosis, blue, depression, and so on. I welcome once, please. Okay, wait a minute.
Family, we are talking about the dangers of and signs to look out for during pregnancy, and how to take care of our women, and as women as well, to learn how to take care of themselves during the pregnancy, which is, I know it's a sensitive topic. Very few people really touch on this, but it affects each and every one of us. We are here because of this process that's being explained here today. You can't be a man, you can't be a woman without your parent going through this process, and it's good that we are learning as well as men and women. This is not a topic for while others might say no, this is just for women need to hear this. We also need to learn, and so that we can play the better role to our partners as well. So our brother is here and is sharing very insight information. If you got any questions that you want to know, please drop that question there, or join the live stream. I've just shared the link if you want to join and ask in person any of the question, or even a comment, or add to what we are talking about tonight. And I see there's still some people who want to ask some stuff, and I think I'm gonna welcome my brother. I'm gonna welcome Biggie. Biggie's here, and Biggie.
Good morning, good afternoon, and again, good evening to Africa. My brother alpha, right? I'm gonna put it on alpha.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really, you know, a great knowledge, and you are in line of teaching teaching us about our sisters when they get pregnant, and that is a very important information that you delivered, because pregnancy is not easy. It has a lot
Yeah.
of emotion, a lot
Yeah.
of things that goes on, depression. There's a lot of psychological things that goes on.
Mm.
So you did a
Yeah.
great presentation, and one of
Thank
the
you.
questions that I also I might get the answers, but for the audience, what is the role of the father of the baby during the pregnancy
Thank you. Yeah, I understand,
and
Peggy. I saw
afterwards,
you, so I was about
and
to answer that, but
maintain
you explain. Yeah. You see,
the wife's
the role of,
mental state,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
mental
The
state?
role of, definitely, yeah. The role of fathers are too much. It's more than we think. Okay. The first thing that the husband or the partner has to be willing for the pregnancy to be occurred, because the couple have to have a plan when to start giving getting the pregnancy, how many babies they will have, and at what the interval what would be, and then when they would stop giving birth, based on their economical or any other issues, so that uh, the role of the father is important during planning. What? Okay, during planning, because her psychological status, her health status, her emotional status has to be okay. Wait a minute once, please. My baby is getting crying. I will come as soon as possible. Okay, sorry.
You
Is that your
see,
daddy?
yeah, it's a
Again,
daddy as well. It's talking from
that's right.
experience, you know. It's not
That's
just.
right. It's there. Yeah, I've done that, you know, and I
And Biggie,
understand.
you just asked a very important question, and then the baby cried
Yeah, there
about the
you go.
father story.
Father's responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those sleepless night. You know, I've experienced it, and believe me, the support that you have to give to your wife during the pregnancy is more than you can imagine. Is you show your support during the pregnancy. You support them emotionally, because moods change. You know, for example, I was in the basement whenever, because they cannot stand your smell. You know, because that's part of the pregnancy. But at the same time, I had to cook outside in the freezing cold weather. You know, just to provide food for the other ones. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that goes on, and you have to embrace it, because you're just about to see your circle of life. That's what I call it. This is what my dad told me when I first had our first baby. He said, "Son, you know, welcome to the circle of life. You fulfilled your demand." That
Oh
means,
yeah,
you know,
you have a
eh,
good dad, sir. You have a good
uh,
dad.
oh, he is a wonderful friend,
Yeah.
and also was in the medical field, also herbal, and at the same time, he
Yeah.
believed to take care of my mother. My mother always said, you know, she was so happy whenever she's pregnant, because she was
Mm-hmm.
like a red carpet.
Mm.
During pregnancy, he will sing. He will put some. Sometimes, you know, he put the speaker right into the
Yeah.
right into her stomach, and he says baby listens to music, so he put some music on. And then what happened when we grew up, we all love music, we love to dance, and we love to enjoy
Mm.
any kind of music. And it's so funny, it just happened to be now on their research that babies listen, baby knows stress. Baby knows
Yes.
what's going on. So I just want you to go on now. I don't want to take any more time from the question that I posed.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
May I continue? Okay. You see, we may have a role to plan together because we may have interest to have the baby as early as possible, but our wives may want to stay for some time. So we have to understand what they want. This is the first thing. Second, we have to support them to have examination before she gets pregnant. The examination will help the couple what the health status of the woman looks like, what the couple's lifestyle looks like. For example, the simplest thing that they can correct is if they have a habit that they drink alcohol, they should have to stop as soon as possible. Such kinds of lifestyle has to be adjusted. The other thing that when she gets pregnant, as we have said last time, she has emotionally and psychologically, because of her total physiological change, her mood is not as usual. So the husband or the partner should understand every day what she looks like, what she wants. This is the other thing. And the most important thing for a partner is going with her to the health institutions. This gives them a great pleasure because they can be advised together. They know together. She feels proud when her partner joined her or accompanied her during her visit. Third, the other thing the partner can do is, when she gets pregnant, she may not be able to move fast and doing things fast and for a long time as she was not pregnant. So the husband should practice everything. Everything. The other thing during birth, we husbands are expected to be with her, to encourage her, to love, because when they get pregnant, usually women feel that they are not beloved. Their husbands ignore them. Sometimes they develop psychosis because when they get pregnant, their shape is distorted, and then their husband may feel discomfort, so that they feel that they are ignored. The husband should show his love. He should more care than the previous. Then when she gives birth, he has to make ready everything as much as he can. For example, the baby needs clothes. The baby needs care. The baby needs lots of things, so that when there is no family around her, the husband has to be strong enough. For example, my neighbor gave birth yesterday. Then she started crying when her husband comes. It is because the pregnancy was not planned and he was not happy for the pregnancy. Just when we say him, oh, happy, oh, congratulations, you have a wonderful baby. Yeah, they said, look how much it's very disgusting. So we have to give them love. These are some precious things we can do for our wives. We have to cook. We have to wash clothes. We have to stay with them. We have to take them to church. We have to take them for walk. We have to take them to have vacation as much as we can. They don't need too much things. On the other hand, they during pregnancy, in Amharic it's called amaren, or they desire food that is not eaten usually. For example, a waste food, or clay, or dust, or any other things. They may show the different sign and symptoms. So that we have to be careful of this. I remember a woman asked her husband to bring her the remnants of food from hotel. Okay, look, the remnants of food that was eaten by different people. Then he has to bring that. Unless he brought that, there will be fighting between them. Then he went to the hotel, asked the servant to make the food like it was just the remnant of other foods. Then he brought her. Then she said, "Oh, thank you so much, thank you." You see, so we have lots of things to do, but the minimum we can do this. In addition to what you have said, Biggie.
Yes, sir. I had to hold an Italian restaurant chef to be aware that my wife is pregnant. She only wants to eat his liver and onion, only his cooking. And I mentioned to him, and both delivery, it was on standby. And I left midnight after the stores closed, and he'd been cooking some liver and onion. And I'll be in his house, not in the restaurant, in his house.
And
he understood. So yeah, there's demand that comes out of the blue. You have no idea where to get it. But all fathers, put all your effort to get that. Otherwise, they said, if you don't get the food that you desire, the child will have a little patch when he's born. Shutta, what do you call shutta? It's like a birthmark. You know what I mean?
Birthmark, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they say.
So this is a belt, by the way. This is a belt, yeah.
And it depends when that shutta shows up. You don't want that. You do whatever you can. Really nice.
Oh yeah.
Very. I'm so glad. I can see some comment that's going on the side. I understand there are certain things that people want to talk about, but this is one of the major issue that we face in Africa, as the danger, because males happen to think that the woman is pregnant, and on the delivery, her mom will come and she'll take care of that. And it's kind of they don't want to get involved. And I've seen a comment from Muhammad. I'm sorry, Muhammad, but he just put it saying, "Hey, I don't want to hear about the uterus." Well, I'm sorry. You have to really understand that you're not the only one that is on this panel or audience that want to listen. There are a lot of young mothers, a lot of young fathers that's going to be fathers and mothers for the first time, and we have to encourage them. And guess what? We working on the future Africa. We taking care of our kids that are not born yet. So it's very important that everybody that is on this podium that support us. I see Stephanie, Isaiah commenting, and I mean, great comments, and I think it's a very important discussion. And I'm so glad that this was brought in, because it really affects the birth rate of Africa. The rest of the world is trying to stop having baby. Look at the decline in China. Look at the decline in Europe. And yet Africa still having babies. But at the same time, we have danger that we need to talk about. We need to get involved.
Yeah.
You get your wife pregnant, and don't expect that magical thing that's going to go, okay, it's going to be normal. There are signs that you have to follow through. You have to collaborate together, because you took her as one, or whether you're married or not, you got this lady pregnant. It is your responsibility too. You're in it. Don't just wait until the baby is delivered and cheer. Oh my God, it's a boy. Oh my God, it's a girl. That's not just that, because women goes through a lot, and I've seen it, and I experienced it, and believe me, I think I'll take the note from my father. Is like my mother would love to get pregnant because he took care of her and the children. So it's very important. I'm a very happy child.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this much. I'm a very happy child. If you tell me that I'm going to be born the same parents, I'll be born again, because I've been taken care of.
Wow.
You know, that's how
Wow.
I am. I'm very proud of my parents. They raised me right, and they loved me.
Yeah.
It's like there's no tomorrow of they showered us with love, and that is very important. If the husband and wife would not, guess what? You'll have a lot of problems within the house, because you're always gonna say,
Mhm.
you know, when I was pregnant, you were not there. You know, you're gonna get sick one day. So if she reciprocate exactly what you did to her, believe me, it start with food, right? Ezra,
Yeah, it
food,
starts with
right?
the food.
There won't be no food on the table. Go do it. You know. So you know, just to put it in there, you know, I think love. This is an opportunity. This is the opportunity to experience love. This is the
Yeah.
opportunity to grow. This is the opportunity to shine. This is the opportunity for the future. So, boys, you know, you're not boys
Yeah.
anymore. You're a father to be. So, get ready
Yeah.
for this ride. It's a beautiful ride. Actually, when you look overall, it's a beautiful ride.
Definitely. Biggie, I think you are an Ethiopian, because I didn't realize that until you say the word in Amharic, and I'm really lucky to have you. Let me tell you what evidence shows in Ethiopia. Okay, in 2016, Ethiopia had a health survey. Ethiopian Demographic and Health Survey in 2006 showed that over 40% of pregnant women drank alcohol during pregnancy. Look, over 40%, nearly 43. I don't remember the exact number, but I remember that
Wow.
that was over 40%.
Wow.
Look, over 40% of pregnant women. We can search what it looks like in Africa. We will see later. But in Ethiopia, over 40% of mothers drinking alcohol, meaning we have lots of disabled generations, okay, due to fatal alcohol syndrome that affects the baby's health in lifelong. But what our mothers think is that when they drink alcohol during pregnancy, they believe that it helps the baby to move. Okay. When a woman complains, oh, my baby is not moving well, then her neighbor may advise, oh, drink alcohol, drink Allah. Okay, it helps the baby to move. You see, one in every 67 mothers. Look, one in every 67 mothers creates an irreversible problem on her baby. So please, my brothers and sisters, advise for your family, for someone you know, to stop drinking alcohol during pregnancy. World Health Organization says there is no limitation. Even a single cup of alcohol would affect the baby's health in the uterus. As soon as she drinks, the alcohol passes through the placenta. Then the baby's liver is not mature, so it couldn't make detoxify. So it affects the whole part. It affects the beauty of the baby. It affects the mental, physical, intellectual, and psychological patterns of the baby. Okay, the babies are affected by alcohols due to lack of awareness of our African mothers. So we need to create an awareness for every woman not to drink alcohol during pregnancy. That is the most important thing we can do, whether we are husband or not, whether we are male or female. The only thing that being human is enough to teach every girl, every woman not to drink pregnancy and drink pregnancy and breastfeeding period. That's really dangerous. Okay.
Wow, that's 40%, man. That's a lot of numbers. And of course, you know, again, to back you up on that, there are several studies in certain people that drink while they're taking antibiotic, things like that. It's unnecessary things that people say, oh, one drink or two doesn't hurt you. That kind of it's normal. It's not going to hurt you. And at the same time, you put it on where there's a little taboo, put it that way. You want the baby to move, you got to have alcohol. And listen, in Ethiopia, you eat enough spicy food, that'll wake that baby up. So let alone to give them talla and edge and whatever that you may mention. And usually, these are backward, not understanding the science of pregnancy. So again, I advise all the ladies out there, if you're pregnant, please do not drink.
Oh yeah.
You want to have a healthy baby, because we have some billions of cells, and when you start getting them drunk and the baby's drunk, so he stopped developing certain parts of his body because you stopped his process.
Yeah.
Basically, you're stopping his process of growth. And it's already known for a fact. Even after birth, kids tend to drink, whatever they find on the table. And when they get drunk, really it takes a long time for them to recover, because they're not used to process things like that. So that shows you on a born child versus an unborn, that's going to hurt it more while he's in the mother womb. So please refrain from drinking, have a beautiful pregnancy, and that I would say the father has to watch, honey, you're going to hurt our baby. It has to put his senses, not to get to follow that is outside advices, but follow your healthcare personnel, whatever they advise you. When they say do not drink, don't drink. When they tell you don't do this because it's going to hurt especially some of them can hurt the mother. So refrain from all these unnecessary hurtful tradition. You know what I mean? I can say it's a tradition, people saying things
Yes, definitely. So, you're right. There are many harmful traditions that we have to avoid.
Yep.
And
any question, suggestion, addition, please?
Yeah, Phantom. I just want to welcome Mwenda Tezi. He's been waiting. I think he might have some inputs and questions for you. Mwenda Tezi.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Yeah. Mwenda Tezi, you good, brother?
Yeah, I'm good. It's a very interesting topic today.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it. Not every day we should speak about politics, and sometimes we can go to some stuff closer to home. Yeah.
Exactly. These are because if sorry to cut you there, Mwenda Tezi. I believe that
it's okay.
As Africans, we need to be empowered in every sphere of our life, every sphere of life. It's not just politics only, but every sphere of life, which is family is also important. The building blocks of family, it's what we are promoting as well. But sorry, the floor is still yours, Mwenda Tezi.
I was actually enjoying where the topic was going, but I wanted to actually stay towards tradition as the way as what I was hearing over when my brother Alpha here was segueing into, and here's a fun fact that the practice of cesarean section actually originated from Africa. I think actually East Africa, the former Katuka Kingdom. And I was yeah.
I'm saying, it's a fun fact. It is something new to my ears as well.
It's new, yeah. Not many people know it actually. They used to cut the woman. It was a whole ritual. They cut the ladies from the stomach, then they stitch it together then they bandage it with banana leaves filled with ointments. It's a very, if you research it, it's a very interesting ritual. I was going to ask Alpha, because I'm aware that what we do the modern position of giving birth, the female, the woman, the modern way of sleeping wasn't the original traditional way. So I was curious if he was aware of maybe the traditional ways had maybe standing up or in some sort of position, that were they more convenient than the modern one, or is the modern one better? That was my question.
Thank you, dear.
And
I would love to say
Fanta,
something that you mentioned.
Alpha,
Yeah,
sorry
here I
to
am.
cut you there. I'm just gonna take maybe 2 more questions as well, and then you can start
Okay.
with Mwendatenzi, and then add those and answer 3 questions. So there's this question. Okay, I find it a bit funny, but I think it is a serious question that a lot of African men sometimes subscribe to this question. I don't know. Here's the question by African Agents of Change. I don't know if you can see it. It says, "Do the husbands still go to work to provide financial needs after all that he has to do?" So I think the role that a man must play helping the wife. It's a question.
You got to work overtime. You got your professional work, and then you got the homework, and then you go and get some more bread somewhere and work overtime because you got a third person coming. That's
Thank you, sir. It's really clear. Yeah, it's already answered. Okay, go ahead if you have another more questions.
Another one. I think it's more of a comment than a question from Nana Dreams. Regarding the topic of our role as men, says she says, "Men, please go to every appointment with your pregnant wife." I guess that's what African Agent is asking for. When is he gonna work? I have to go to all the appointments now. It says it shows that you are being supportive, and the woman will never forget. Coming from a female right there. You can answer these 3 questions. The work, how do you as men balance the work and the support of the woman? And what Mwendatenzi also asked.
Yeah. Let me go to the first question. As he said, I agree with him. Not only cesarean sections, but also every civilization began in Africa. Let's conclude on this sentence. Every civilization that the world have now began in Africa. So the same is what cesarean section. There are different claims about this. Anyways, I agree with you. But regarding to the position, the traditional position is the most supported. Every woman has to give birth in a position that she wants during labor. But most health professionals want the lithotomy position, which is a very dangerous for her. But comfortable for health professionals to listen fetal heartbeat and so on. But we advise the health professionals to understand the desire of the woman. So squatting or standing, or in chest position, any type of position that you want has to be allowed for a woman to give birth. Regarding to sleeping, many health professionals advise the woman to lie on her left lateral. But what fact is that a woman can sleep either on a right side or left side, whatever she wants, but she's not allowed to lie on her supine position. Let me justify why she's not allowed to lie in her supine position. When the heart doing too much, when the blood is pumped from the heart and transported to the lower parts of the body, it has to be turned back to the heart. Then when she lies in a supine position, the growing uterus suppresses the vein that is called inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava means the vein that brings the blood to the heart from the lower parts of the body. Then when the uterus compresses that vein, only small amount of blood transported to the heart, then only small amount of blood transported again to the lung, then the lung would have only small amount of oxygenated blood. That oxygenated blood, over 80% of oxygenated blood is transported to the brain, that it uses over 80% of the oxygenated blood. But in this time, when the woman do not have enough amount of blood, there will not be oxygenated blood, so that the brain will not get enough amount of oxygen. Then what would happen? When she stands up, she would get faint and fall down. Okay? This is why we advise her not to lie in her supine position. But let us say, what happened if she lies and only on her supine position? Are you hearing me?
We are hearing you.
Yeah. Yeah. What would happen if she realizes that she is sleeping in her supine position? She has to do the following things. One, just turn to left lateral side. Okay, before she gets stand up. Okay, turn to left lateral side and wait 3 to 4 minutes. Then before she gets stand up, she has to sit. Okay, then she can stand up. Then the physiology will return to normal. Okay, this is the whole process during pregnancy. So don't worry, women, if you get that you sleep in your supine position, but you know that supine position is prohibited. Okay, don't worry. If you sleep in your supine position, before you got stand up, just turn your left side and stay for 3 to 5 minutes. Then sit down and stand up. Am I clear?
Very clear. To those who might not miss the question, it's about the sleeping position for the pregnant woman. But anyway, yeah, you can continue. I don't know if Monatenzi, you still have another question that you had for.
Yeah,
for
I have left 2 questions to answer more, because the participations of, again, I think the husband, yeah. I think that was almost the comment and answered by Biggie, so no more is added. Yeah, the husband has to work as much as he can. It doesn't mean that he has to be abusive for work. He has to do whatever he can. Okay, look, you know what our moms are doing? Okay, they stand up as early in the morning. They prepare foods for children and for us. Then she prepares food for her if she goes to the office. Then after she comes from the office, she prepares food for lunch, and then blah blah. Okay, this will not be easy when she gets pregnant. Then the husband, who was not working hard before she gets pregnant, okay, he has more responsibility when she gets pregnant, so that he has to cook lunch, okay, or dinner, or he have to give for children if they don't have a servant at home, or he has to work an extra time to get more money, because when you get money, you can give care for your wife when she needs. For example, in most private institution, cesarean section is a very, very, very expensive now. So that if you do not have enough money, okay, your wife would not have a cesarean section in a private. Okay, so we men are expected to do work more.
Wow, it was great.
Wow.
One thing I'll add to the working fathers, right? I will advise, if all the fathers that are there to be fathers, or that's been fathers, but your wife or your lady is pregnant, whatever you work, minimize excuses to your manager, because when you really need to take the lady to a health clinic or different activity that's related to pregnancy, there'll be a time where the boss man is going to say no, because he's been putting too much excuses to be off work. So minimize that request, and the only time you request it, and reserve the time of that 9 month or whatever the time that it takes you to make sure that you're taking care of her. So do not give any lame excuse to excuse yourself from work while you have an important excuse when you need to go to clinics and stuff like that. So I advise all the fathers, don't take that, oh, I'm working too much now because, I got a third one. No, take it with a loving course, and understand, yeah, you're working, but do not work overtime per se to stay away from home. Okay, this is my advice. This is something that do not take the my advice just because I tell you to work, but it doesn't matter for your action. But is it necessary that you need to work that extra hours? So you balance that and answer that where you're gonna benefit your family, because this is your family business. This is something that you. It's like when you what you saw, you rip what you saw, right? So basically, as much as you care for that, and the caring will give you a beautiful child, and as well keep your lady healthy. That's one thing that you want to maintain. That's your goal as a man that is responsible.
Amen to that, Biggie. Wanda Tenzi, I'm not sure if you have another question. You had other comments, something to add to it?
No, I'm okay. I think I've gotten the right answer. Although I was going to ask maybe my brother Alpha, are there any advantages to still on that position thing? Because I was told, but maybe I was misled, but I was told that the standing part or this were more better. I don't know if there are any advantages. So are there any advantages to these positions, or is it just the normal one that is done these days, for the one you have explained for on sleeping on the left?
Okay, thank you. Any more question, please? Understood. Any more question, or may I give answer for this one?
You can give that, and then I'll throw you another question. I think he wants clarity there. Answer this one, then I'll give you another question, then you can answer again.
Okay. Dear brother, yes, it has its own advantage and disadvantage at the same time. All the things in the world has its advantage and its disadvantage. Then we prefer the advantage over disadvantage. The advantage of squatting or standing position is that, one, due to gravitational force. Okay, the gravitational force helps the baby to calm down. One. The other advantage is the woman applies or uses only small power to push the baby. Okay, these are two most important points. The disadvantage is that the woman may have big or large tear, okay, because if she does not control how to push, and the midwife does not assist how to push, okay, when she exerts too much power, there would be a big tear. That tear might be difficult, okay? That is the only problem. Otherwise, the advantages are due to gravitational force, and the forces that she uses are very small, okay? Small power to push the baby. Clear?
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
clear.
Thank you.
Thank you. I went through. I went through the whole delivery process. I was in the hospital, and I know exactly what you're talking about. So, a lot of walking. She burst up earlier, and this took a good 18 hours. So you have to walk. You got to stand up. She didn't dial it right. I mean, it's a process, like you said. I mean, it's just like you said, that's why she's walking, in order to use the gravity, to help dilate. That's one other thing that I learned during those two deliveries. So yes, it makes sense.
Biggie, may I say something here? Look, there are two things in walking. Just I answered this question for the woman who is in second stage, meaning after the cervix is totally dilated and we wait the baby to come. Okay, this is a position what I am talking about. The other thing, what you say is the women are encouraged to move during the intrapartum period before the cervix is fully dilated, because, as you said, for the advantage of gravitational force. But sometimes midwives mislead the woman that makes them exhausted too much. Women are not encouraged to move too much if the labor is not active, okay? Because they could get exhausted before the labor started yet. So some midwives, walk here and there. No way. The women are advised to move when the labor is active, then because the duration is short. The woman wants active labor, meaning the 4 centimeter that when we insert our finger, we reach the 4 centimeter dilated, then the 4 centimeter end up. Then when they move, it is good. Otherwise, when the woman is in a latent first stage of labor, meaning when the labor is just starting or there is no adequate uterine contraction and so on, when they move too much time, they get tired. So midwives have to be careful to do this, okay? Biggie,
Wow.
did you get me?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I have a question. Okay.
You're welcome.
And my question is, when the lady or your wife break her water, what is the actual responsibility? I mean, I freaked out. Okay, put it that way. Okay, and then I lost everything that I knew. Okay, everything that I've been trained, I've been told, everything goes out the water. It's gone. It's gone. Let alone people that are not informed of this kind of information. What kind of advice would you give to the new fathers to be when she breaks her water? What's the first action, second action, third action?
The water might be broken at any stage of pregnancy. Okay, at any stage of pregnancy, it may be broken before the labor starts or after the labor starts. So what we do as soon as the water breaks is that let the woman lie down, okay? Lie down and call the taxi or ambulance or any transportation you have, and then take her to the hospital or health center nearby you, especially if the water is broken after labor is started, okay? It is because when water is broken, one, if the cervix is opened and the baby is not getting down, meaning it is in abdomen, there is a space for the cord to be prolapsed. If the cord is prolapsed, the baby will have only less than 6 minutes to survive, okay? Because there will be a compression of the cord by the head or presenting part, so that there will no adequate flow of blood from the uterus to the baby and from the baby to the uterus again. So the fetal distress will happen if the cord is prolapsed. The other thing, when water is broke very easily, like leaking, okay, some amount of fluid, that's not too much. At the same time, we should take her to the hospital or health center nearby. In this condition, what we are afraid is if we stay at home over 24 hours, there would be a sending infection that bacteria and virus would enter through vagina, and there will be an infection called chorioamnitis. Then For this reason, we should take the mom to the hospital. Okay, there is different policy for a different hospital. For example, in a hospital where I'm working for is we keep them for 24 hours. Okay, then following a vital signs, temperature, blood pressure, fetal heartbeat, and so on. We do also the same. I mean, baseline lab investigations. If there is no signs of infection, we keep them for 24 hours. Then after 24 hours, we start antibiotics and the labor is induced. Okay, so the role of partner, okay, when the water breaks is getting calm first. Okay, just calm down. Don't be harsh. Okay, just let her lie down, call the ambulance, then take her to the hospital. That's the easiest way you can do. You should not be afraid of, you should not be anxious and so on, okay? It's a normal process. The only problem is when you get meaning a delay. That I have said, there are 3 delays why the mothers are suffering from complication during pregnancy and childbirth. The first delay is delaying to decide at home. Oh, okay, if the water is broken, and do you have a symptom that pushing down? If the mom says, oh no, okay, stay, no problem. This is advice given by the neighbor or elders. Okay, that's completely wrong. Okay, because moms believe that as soon as the water is broken, labor would come, but that's not always true. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fanta, can you also answer this question by Ethiopia Garrett, saying, do you recommend, I'll assume this is C-section, for a healthy pregnant lady? Do you recommend a C-section for a healthy pregnant lady?
Ethiopia, Hungary, and other audiences, open your heart and listen me carefully. Cesarean section is the most important mode of delivery when it is only and only needed. Okay, if vaginal delivery is not an option, that is the only time we prefer to have cesarean section. Cesarean section is nowadays reaching the highest prevalence. Okay, in a Caribbean country, it's over 58%. In Ethiopia, still it's less than 5%. In Addis Ababa, it's over 21%. Okay, cesarean section is affecting the generation because many women think that it's as a fashion, but it is not the good option. Okay, it is best when it's needed. When you can have cesarean section, let me mention the point that you may have a cesarean section and the best. 1, after you try all the methods to give birth vaginally. 1, that means if the baby is not delivered in any condition, after you tried the time that is specific to a vaginal delivery. 2, when there is a disproportion, meaning if the baby is big and the pelvis is small, okay. The other, when the baby is found in an malpresentation, meaning other than the head, babies are usually 95% of the baby delivered through the vertex, that is meaning the head, but at the same time the head has different parts of the position, but usually we want the baby to come with head down, upside down, the head upside down. But sometimes the baby may not come upside down. Okay, it may lie in a transverse, meaning in a horizontal position. Okay, it may lie in a horizontal position. It may, okay, come with its leg, its hand, its face. Okay, so other than normal presentation, cesarean section is a life-saving mode of delivery. But in normal pregnancy, we encourage women to give vaginal. Why? Let me explain. Because when you deliver by cesarean section, you will lose few things. For example, If you have cesarean section once, you are not expected to wait more than 41 weeks of gestation. Okay? At 41 gestation, if the labor does not come by itself, you will not be able to induce. Okay? The only option you have is cesarean section. If you have 2 times cesarean section, the third chance is cesarean section. Then you will continue cesarean section. Again, if you have the third cesarean section, we do not encourage to have the 4th or 5th or 6th baby, because when the uterus is opened repeatedly, there is a tendency of rupture before labor started or before the register. The other thing is related to your baby. The fetus in the uterus, meaning the baby in the uterus, is not breathing with its lung. Its lung is filled of fluid. That fluids are expelled when it is compressed through the vaginal canal. But when the baby is delivered by cesarean section, the lung is still full of fluid. So the baby will suffer, breathing difficulties. The third advantage of vaginal delivery is when the baby is traveling through the vaginal canal, especially in the vulva, there are microorganisms, we call them helpful. Okay, so they are called normal flora. This normal flora bacteria would be ingested by the baby. Okay, would be ingested by the baby. Then when the baby ingested that normal floras, the baby would produce vitamin K. This vitamin K will help the baby not to bleed. Okay, because at birth babies do not have vitamin K, so their tendency to bleed is high. This is why we give them vitamin K at the time of birth. So for normal pregnancy, we encourage every woman to give birth. Finished.
Thank you very much.
I'll add to that.
Thank you. Welcome.
And one thing that I want to add is that don't forget that when you get a C-section, you are on a full anesthesia. So there's another risk for the lady. So I want you to keep that in mind because we're factoring in another procedure. And being under full anesthesia, there's a percentage of being alive or not. So I just want you to understand that. A lot of people, a lot of young ladies now, they prefer to have the C-section because they don't have to go through the labor and everything else. But again, like Pantaon said, it limits you how many babies you're gonna have, and also the disadvantages that you have. For me, I always I know it's very painful. Sometimes on the delivery room experience that I have, it is all your fault. You did this to me, so they would lose it. I mean, that's how much I got scratches and everything else, and I just took that the pain like a man. You know what I mean? And I said, "I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mean that to hurt you, but again, it's a support. You know what I mean?" So it's a vaginal delivery. Yes, ladies, it can be painful, but you know what? The reward, I cannot tell you. The minute you have your baby, you delivered it, you're wide awake, and the first delivery, and you got your baby in your arm. It's finished. Everything that you've done work for that whole month of pregnancy, that's very rewarding. But if you are under anesthesia, you wake up, the baby's cleaned up, you have no idea what happened. You lose time, you lose the experience. So I encourage ladies, I encourage you to have that experience. Of course, I'm not the one. If I was the one to go through the whole thing, so be it. I think I saw when the mother see her baby that was in her belly, and sparkle and ignored the pain that she went through. That's very rewarding. Literally, she ignored me. I didn't even existed for that moment, and I don't want to take that. And in fact, it helps the bonding between the newborn and the mother. He automatically recognizes it, and that's what I experienced.
Yes. In addition to this, Peggy, nowadays, thanks for technology, spinal anesthesia is more widely used. But sometimes when it's
there.
yeah, when it's not working well, general anesthesia is used. But whether the woman has a spinal anesthesia or general anesthesia, post anesthesia effect is the suffering of almost every woman. Okay, if she gives vaginally, what did it say? Forget the liver, hug the baby. This is the saying what we Ethiopia says, meaning just after she delivers, okay, as soon as she sees the baby, everything is finished. The bond starts as soon as possible. That is because the nature we have. But in cesarean section, post anesthesia effect is so bad, especially in Ethiopia. I don't know in other African countries. Even the woman prefers cesarean section. They started regretting just after they have the C-section. This is the dangerous. Okay, they regret. Oh, I didn't have to do that. Oh, blah. So this is all more or less. Otherwise, you may bleed on the couch. Okay, you may bleed on the couch. I remember a woman who gave birth 7 babies, but the age was obstructed. Okay, then we decided to have C-section, but she refused. She was a farmer. Okay, usually the farmer women do not like C-section, but we should do that. Finally, she got faint because of anesthesia. Then she collapsed at all. Then we brought her back by doing CPR. Okay, that is a chest compression. Finally, she was not able to recognize everything for 3 days. After 3 days, she asked us, "Where's my baby?" We started crying. We started crying too much. Have you ever seen? Look, a woman who suffered too much for liver asks you where her baby is just after 3 days. Okay, this is the consequences of C-section.
Wow, interesting, Fenta. I'm just gonna welcome our sister. They've got a lady in the house, even better. We've been hearing a lot of questions from men.
Yes. Yes.
Brooke.
Yes. you guys sounded like Saudi Arabian parliament discussing about women without women present. So I want to do your favor.
We apologize. We apologize. We got the doctor, We got the doctor.
You need a woman to do a reality check.
Absolutely. That's what
How are you guys doing?
We're doing great.
I miss you guys so much.
We're learning today.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I really want to welcome the doctor. I really appreciate everything you said about the pregnancy. I'm sure it's gonna help a lot of women. My question for you is how does drinking coffee affect pregnancy? And that's one thing. And another one, drinking coffee. Does drinking coffee affect pregnancy or the fetus? Because here in America, they recommend not to drink coffee, not to have a lot of caffeine during pregnancy. So I want to know why, Mom, and what is the side effect of it? Another thing, during pregnancy, the blood sugar, the woman blood sugar is detected high. So what does cause that? Is it the diet, or what is it? Like, is, if anything, we have to fix, or we have to really pay attention? What is it? Just want you to answer that for me.
Okay.
I also want. Can I
Anyway,
add one more question on it?
okay, please,
And
you're welcome.
Okay, Mandatezi, you
Uh,
can ask as well.
okay, I was going to add another question. I was thinking about in Africa. We have our own pandemic here in Africa that has been really killing us, and I would like to first of all give maybe special thanks to the people of Botswana, who the pandemic is HIV. The people of Botswana, they have prevented the transmission of HIV from the mother to the child this year. There was no
wow,
transmission. Yeah, so that's a very good progress in Africa. And I
absolutely,
was
That's a great news. Great news.
yeah.
Great news.
that's
So
Great
good.
news. Absolute news. Okay, go ahead,
so
please.
I was asking if my brother Alpha, if what when a pregnant mother is living with this condition, what do you recommend, and how does she go about this process?
Okay. Thank you. Not to have lots of questions, let me answer this, and there will be more questions. So let me answer this question. The first question was about caffeine. The caffeine affects not only the baby in the uterus, but also during nursing time. Okay. All the caffeine that Coca-Cola, all soft drinks which has a caffeine, is not recommended for pregnant women and nursing women to drink. During pregnancy, the caffeine, okay, the caffeine directly passes the placenta, okay. That caffeine that which affects our health, our brain, can also affect the babies. Okay, this is why we do not encourage women to drink too much caffeine, whether coffee, tea, or any types of drinking that it has caffeine, like nicotine, meaning just cigarette. During breastfeeding period, okay, this caffeine causes a woman, okay, to urinate repeatedly. Okay, it makes your body to lose more fluids. This more fluids again affects your breast milk production. Okay, so this is why we advise women not to drink too much caffeine. Okay, if I got your question. The other question, please, would you repeat me? I forgot the second question.
Yeah, the second question was during pregnancy, most of the time, the woman sugar is detected high. And
Okay,
so
yeah,
is there
yeah,
anything we
diabetes.
can do
Yeah.
about it? Like,
Oh yeah, related to diabetes mellitus, look, and the pregnancy at all, okay, 50% of all the pregnancy is developed complications. Okay, about 50% of pregnant women all over the world have a complication due to pregnancy. This is because the hormonal change. Okay, hormonal change affects all the system is affected. We have 11 system. Okay, this all system is affected. So during pregnancy, one of the complications that arise is diabetes. This diabetes is maybe type 1 or type 2. Okay, so every woman who is suspected for that, for example, obese or has any sign and symptom of polyphagia, okay, polyuria, and so on, is detected for diabetes mellitus. But in lifestyle, in lifestyle, what every pregnant woman is advised is that she has to eat a balanced diet. Okay, a balanced diet in meaning a type of meal that has vitamins, okay, that it helps us to boost our immunity. Protein, that it helps us to develop our baby's body cell, because the cell production is led by protein. And the other is the food or the meal type that it helps us to get energy. When our lifestyle is not good, for example, having too much sugary food, or we may not get adequate food, our system, as I've told you, is changed so that your malnutrition would affect your health, so that you would develop a diabetes during pregnancy. Usually it resolved after your birth. So what you can do during pregnancy is just a balanced diet. A balanced diet meaning vitamins, proteins and carbohydrates. And that's it. We have to change the lifestyle we have before pregnancy. For example, if we smoke, we have to stop. If we drink, we have to stop. Otherwise, the usual cause is unknown, because diabetes mellitus is happening when insulin is unable to work its job due to over accumulations of carbohydrate. Over accumulations of carbohydrate. This over accumulations of carbohydrate may be due to lack of exercises. Yeah. Welcome.
So there's too much insulin. Gotcha.
Insulin has not to be too much or too low. When you have too much insulin, you will get hypoglycemia. You will get pain. When you have low insulin, you will have too much sugar. That you can't determine, but it is affected due to pregnancy. For example, if you are suspected with the diabetes mellitus before you get pregnancy, this pregnancy would complicate the diabetes mellitus again. And again, this diabetes mellitus will complicate the pregnancy, that you may have a macrosomic baby weight over 4 kg. This is what one complicated the other.
So you're saying that we have to eat a type of food that doesn't trigger insulin, not too much insulin. Okay, gotcha.
Not too much insulin, or that requests not too much insulin, or low insulin. If we get a balanced diet, everything is okay whether we are pregnant or not.
So we have to be very careful on carbs.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Gotcha.
Good.
I got you.
Thank
you so
much. Too much double.
Related to HIV.
I have question for Biggie. When after you answer the question that this guy asked you, I have question for Biggie too. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's eye opening.
Thank you so much. My brother's question about HIV is a very concerning question. HIV still is the health burden of the globe, especially the developing countries, including Africa. So a woman has to be tested as soon as she's aware of her pregnancy. Then if she's tested and the result is positive, nowadays drug regime is changed. That is only one tablet is given in every 24 hours, a combined of 3 tablets. That's really good. Then if a woman is positive, she should take her medication an exact time that she starts. The first thing, she has to be tested. She has to start the medication as soon as she knows her result. Then she should take the medication in that specific time she plans to take the medication. 2, she should give birth in a hospital or a health center that she would be supported. Then as soon as she gives birth, there is a medication given for baby Okay, there are two types of medication nowadays given for the baby, nevirapine and zidovudine. This, if she gives this medication for her baby as she was taking during pregnancy, it could prevent over 98% of the transmission. That's the only option we can do. The other thing that we always forget the partner's result when a woman is tested positive. When she's tested positive, her husband has to be tested and his result has to be determined. Because if his result is unknown, but he is still positive, the serotype he has might be different from the serotype she has. So that the serotype he has still continues to be transmitted to her, and her serotype would continue to transmit to him because her serotype is suppressed by the medication she's taking, but he's not taking the medication. This is a very dangerous practice in a couples. So the husband's result has to be determined, and if he's negative, safe sex practice has to be continued. If he is positive, they have to start the medication as soon as possible, and they are expected to take the medication on the time they plan. This is why the country you mentioned reduced the HIV transmission, and Ethiopia is doing great now. Unless otherwise, if we interrupt the medication, if we are not tested early, HIV transmission rate is different in pregnancy, childbirth, and breastfeeding period. If we determine the HIV status as early as possible, we can help the mom to boost her immunity before she develops AIDS stage, Then when her immunity is high, she will not be affected by opportunistic infections. Then this opportunistic infection, because it will complicate her pregnancy and it will increase the transmission. But if she takes her medication exactly on the time she planned, we can create free generation from HIV. This is my answer, Dean.
Wow.
I just
That's
posted
amazing.
something about HIV. I heard this about 7 years ago, but again, I just looked at it right now. Researchers, they said bee venom can kill the HIV virus. New research shows that nanoparticle carrying a toxin found in bee venom are capable of destroying HIV cells while leaving other intact. So this story was there was a child that was born. Both parents are HIV positive, and what happened was after the birth, the child had HIV, so they recommended a different method of easing the HIV virus. So one day, actually, the mother decided to take her son to have to get him outside under the sun, all naked, and making sure that he's getting his vitamin C. He's always been advised to have a child under the sun. So what happened was the child got stung by a bee, and every month he's got to go through that HIV testing and all that. So what they found out after that bee sting, they cannot find the HIV. They were wondering what happened, what changed. So they did all kind of investigation. And when you go to the doctor, always you report what. So what happened is this inflammation that caused the mother took the child to the nearest clinic, if it's going to be deadly for her son. But again, it was not. So the clinic just told her, it's okay, this is just a bee sting, so don't worry about it. So they questioned the mother if she'd have done anything different to the child, and she said no, nothing, that I've changed, because she was thinking about her personal thing that she's done to the son. But she said, by the way, I had an incident that my child got stung by a bee, and that's where everything just got the question about these the B. And this research that I posted on the private chat is a true posting of what they found. And the good news as of yesterday, what I heard is that there is a vaccine that's out now for HIV prevention. That's a good news. It took 30, 40, 30 years almost to find such remedy. But again, on that note, they made a kind of note saying those that have been uh, stung by a bee, you're lucky because that venom is part of your body. It never leaves you. So I'm not advocating unsafe things, but that's what the research concluded. And so now I see that it's really openly admitted, and now they have the vaccine. So what a coincidence! 7 years later, they come in with the vaccine. So it's great, like you said. Now we have a lot of ways to fight HIV. This is great news. And
Oh yeah, really biggie. Look, what you have saying is what science is trying lots of things to bring a most precious things for human being, and it is a very astonishing news that I have never seen and heard. So thank you for your information. Okay, I appreciate you.
absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the information highway. If we know something, it's a fact, and it's being processed, we should bring it to this platform because we're growing One Africa. We're growing economically, health-wise, in any which way that we can contribute in making our people, our African citizens, aware. In fact, we're not selfish. We want the world to know. Okay, we want the world to know because we believe in humanity. Okay, our existence is short-lived, like Dr. Obang said. We live short life. As we live the short life, you should be the light of the short life for the rest of humanity. And I really, really appreciate you to come on our platform and explain everything about birth and the danger signs of during pregnancy. I want to add one more thing to the fathers. Okay, that's one thing that I've been advised.
I had a question you forgot for you.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, so that was I mean, I heard everything you guys say about men responsibilities and stuff, and but when it comes to us, like people who live in America or somewhere else, I mean, the reason why I want to ask you because you really know how life is here, right?
Absolutely.
So how do you balance between work, providing the family, and come home and being a father and a husband and try to help? How do you cope with the pressure?
That's a good question. I would say, first of all, if it was not for Xavier, if it was not for the Almighty, I don't know how I juggles the core of life. One, when she got pregnant, I was like, oh my Lord, so excited, so excited. And that first 3 months, I mean, they became the hardest in my life. Okay,
hell and high water, yeah.
And I'm like, there's a lot of things. I live in the U.S., so everybody knows. But again, to cope with the tradition, with the way of life, I get pressure from my boys saying, "Hey, you don't have to worry about it. Let the things go on the way it is." And sometimes it was the first pregnancy that I'm experiencing. So it was a very challenging moment. But you know what? I will tell you one thing. We human, we are resilient
Absolutely.
if you opened up yourself to Xavier.
Yep.
I always say that. You say, hey, you know, I cannot handle it. No, he gave me something that I can handle. And
Yep.
whatever the demand that is, you have to accept it gracefully. The problem of fathers on the first pregnancy is the experience and not to be able to accept there's this natural phenomena that's happening in your very eyes, and especially the woman is not showing that much in the belly, but she is still, you know, in command. I mean, she
Absolutely.
is still strong about her belief. You know, you don't see my pregnancy, but I'm pregnant. You understand?
Yeah,
And for
yeah,
we men
really,
to cope with
really.
it, you know,
Yeah.
to cope with it, it's like where, you know, and
The reason why I ask you this, because when we are, our tradition, when you have a baby back home, you have like huge support system. You have
Hmm.
like your
Hmm.
wife family, husband family, neighbors, some in the village is there to help. And the woman stays in the house for 1 month. They feed her good, they make sure that she's emotionally okay, like they make sure that she rests, they take care of the baby. And
Hmm. Hmm.
almost the husband doesn't have to do anything because of the huge support system. But
I understand.
when you come here, it is hard because everybody's working hard. Everybody's schedule is very tight, so you're not gonna have that much support. Almost
Uh,
like you're all own.
let
So
me tell you something.
yeah,
Again, you know, I'm going back to the basics. Okay.
yeah,
Um, when the when the woman is pregnant, everybody is in a state of shock.
yeah,
Okay, everybody is like, both husband or non-husband, doesn't matter, that she's pregnant. When you hear that word, I'm pregnant, right?
it's
There's
like
a reaction.
the sentence
There's
life.
right there, you know. You either accept it wholeheartedly, whether you like it or
Absolutely.
not. This is, by the way, I'm very pro life. Okay,
Yeah,
I will tell you that up front. Okay, because the experience is like, uh, not even, you can talk about your work, you can talk about your family life. No, this is in the making of a family. So for what you
absolutely.
said, back home, do not compare. I'll tell everybody that's outside Africa, okay, that's for us. Everybody that lives outside, you know how you can do it in Africa, but now it's not about Africa. The confusion is, um, and the psychosis actually, it starts with the acceptance
Mm.
of the pregnant. The man is not pregnant, but guess what? That's not right. Because when the wife or the lady is pregnant, the man is also pregnant. That's one thing you have to understand. They're both pregnant. This is the men experience different pregnancy because the wife is, or the lady is pregnant, because he's also inheriting certain responsibility. It might not
Absolutely.
be some people, from my little advice through my father. When my mother was pregnant, my father used to get sick. Okay, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how it might happen to a lot of people. For me, when she was pregnant, I have little nausea. You understand? But I ignore it because I have to be strong for her. Okay. Do you think I'm going to complain? Hey, honey, I'm feeling dizzy today. I'm nauseating. No, I swallowed up, and I'll stand as a man, as a husband, and waiting for this delivery, but do not compare what if and what, because Xavier gave you the power. The minute you're pregnant, you know what it means?
Absolutely.
You know, it means just like Mariam, when she was pregnant with Jesus, she had no idea. She doesn't even understand why she's pregnant. Okay?
Yeah.
That's true.
So you have to live that life of pregnancy. You accept it first. For Mariam was the hardest thing to accept, with grace of Xavier.
Yeah.
She was able to accept it. So what I advise everybody that is in this process, first accept it and look at it in a different angle. It's not something you experience, it's something different. That being different changes your life forever. Whether you like it or not, time is not going to stop for you.
No.
Yeah.
For both of you. The men and women are in the process of producing. And you've been told through the Bible, Quran, name it, the Abrahamic, any other religion, you embrace new life. So you are in the process to create a new life. That new life, you protect it like you never protected anything in your life. You have to accept it. Don't feel like you're not in Africa. Feel that you have a newborn coming. Be ready with all your might that you accepted it, whether you like it or not, because it's going to happen. As it happens, I'm not going to complain that I'm not in Africa taking care of this and that. The first thing I do, I make sure, this is what I did. I made sure the trimester is over, the first one, okay? The first 3 months. And then I declared it even to the birds. I told them, there's a new child coming. And I told everybody in my circle. The fact that I tell my circle, okay, they are aware about a new baby coming to this world. And they came in by, I don't know how many of them, but they came in. They helped in any which way, advices, way of doing things. We have people, mothers that already are mothers, do this, food. Listen, we have a community. You can shut your door and live by yourself. But if you open up, you only take one person in your close proximity that you can declare you're pregnant, everything changes. It's just the blessing of Xavier. The minute you open your mouth, do not discourage that you're pregnant and you don't have no help.
Yeah.
Call me if you have to. Call me. I'll be there for you. I'm telling you.
You need to train people, because some people, they just, they don't know how to cope with the pressure. They, like you say, the minute the woman announces the pregnancy, they feel like the whole world just collapsed on them. That's how they think. So some people actually, they end up getting divorced or separation because they just couldn't handle the pressure. It's just too much, like kids, and then work, and then there are like habits, going out with friends, and you have to cut all that stuff. And that's why I ask you, because there is a way to handle it, and there is a way to get help. How to go through it. So that's why I ask you.
Absolutely. And especially diasporas, okay, there's no problem. For me, I'm talking about, my worries are the future Africans, okay? They are born in a farm, in the kitchen, okay?
Oh, yeah.
There's no health care, there's no nothing. They just They just do it what they do the best they can. They never scream for help because they didn't have time to for help. You know, she's cooking something for the husband to come from the field. Well, she's in labor, okay? And she will do anything. And in fact, they're very, very aware. You see, this is the mystery of Xavier.
It's true.
This is the
If I
mystery.
can interrupt you there, Biggie, because of time, you know, we press for time. I'm just going to ask each person to just have 2 minutes in closing remarks. I'll start with Mwenda Tenza, and then we go to Brooke, then Biggie, and then I will have Fenta to Mr. Alpha to just closing remarks, and then it's gonna be Shalom for tonight. But it is a topic that we are still gonna have another part, a part 2 of this, until the message is clear. And for some people who still have questions, they can also join us and learn and ask questions. So Mwenda Tenza, Chezi, sorry.
I'd just like to say thank you for the topic. I've really learned a lot. I'm not yet a father. Maybe in the future I will be. So there's a lot of information that I found very interesting to learn. Basically, that's it. And hopefully next time we can expound more.
Yeah.
Exactly. We will have that. Brooke.
Yes. I just want to appreciate the doctor for coming here and just, you know, to explain so many things that we do that we don't know. Like, we think drinking coffee is okay during pregnancy, but now we know. So this discussion was eye-opening, to be honest, for so many people. So we really, really appreciate your time and effort to help us. And yeah, that's all I want to say. And come back, please. Come back, and, you know, we're going to have so many questions for you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Definitely. Biggie.
Oh, well, you know, I would
Time
say, you know, it's just, you know, it sounds like just a topic, but it's our existence, the existence of the future. And I'm so proud that we have someone from Africa. Van Down, I really greatly appreciate that you came in and cleared this up because it really matters. We need a healthy new African borns or anywhere in diaspora, they're all Africans, for giving us this understanding, even though I passed through it. But again, I found a lot of information that I can pass on in addition to my experiences. So the first thing that I would say is fathers, the future fathers, when your lady is pregnant, pay attention, accept it gracefully, love her that she's going to go through some serious change in her life and also changing your life. Acceptance. Be grateful that you are able to produce because women are blessed on birth. We're blessed producing. So you increase your blessing by having your women being pregnant and caring for her. It's like Joseph took care of Mary. Okay. The next one is be aware where your lady is going to deliver. Is it in the kitchen? If it is in the kitchen, understand you're going to need all the helps and make sure that somebody is keeping an eye. I'm talking about people that are in the rural end that do not have health care. The next thing is, if you know where she's going to deliver, do a dry run, the way they say it. Optimize your baby delivery, meaning that you know where the birth is going to happen, Go to the hospital or whatever that you're going to have the delivery, investigate, understand what happened when she breaks the water and how you're going to be entering that facility. And in fact, you can do a very advanced notice that you can visit in the hospital or the clinic that she's going to have a birth, and be attentive. May God bless, Xavier bless the whole world when it comes to babies. When they come into this world,
Amen.
they have nothing. They don't understand. Let's love them while they are in the womb. Let's keep them warm. Let's guarantee them a healthy environment. Because this world is not easy. Acceptance is number one.
Yeah.
And all the healthcare personnel that are involved in delivering those beautiful babies, all the midwives that are involved, may Xavier bless you, because you're doing the right job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Biggie, for being here. Thank you for also leading by example as a father, and speaking from experience as well. It really means a lot. It hits home because you're not talking from just what you've heard, but you're talking from experience, and it means a lot, Biggie, to share with us. And
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people have heard the message. Future fathers, as future fathers and future mothers, how we should work together. But we will have another topic of this nature. Get ready, family. Get ready, family. Be ready for another topic, and I'm sure Fenta will want to come back and give us another topic, or continue on a part 2 of something that he might not have highlighted tonight. Fanta, in closing remarks, in summary of what we talked about tonight, that you want to share with our viewers and our listeners?
I really appreciate Biggie and other participants. It is a really wonderful night that I even learned too much. For example, the bees venom. Okay, this is why we deserve a new healthy life in the future. What I think is God doesn't want to create man and woman every microsecond, but He put the formula in you, female, and us, a male. So we are responsible to reproduce what God wants from us. Then we are responsible for everything. Okay? Every woman deserves, okay, a healthy life. Every child deserves a healthy life. So pregnancy becomes a precious gift when a woman accepts herself as a mom. It's a turning point to new and happiest life ever, whatever the problem we have. So I don't want to say more because my dear brother concluded everything. When we want to have children, please let us discuss before we get pregnant. Okay, we have to adjust the lifestyle we have. Then when we get pregnant, we have to be free from alcohol, cigarette smoking, any bad thing that would damage or make the outcome bad. Then when we think that we are getting pregnant, as early as possible, we have to go to the health institution, and lots of types of tests has to be made. Then we have to accept as the hand of God. Every mom is a hand of God because she carries the creature of God. Okay, the creature of God. So that is a really a precious gift. So as husband, what our brother says, we have responsibility. So we don't have to be angry, frustrated, and everything. We can make it. We can be a father. Okay, so this is all about what I want to say. finally, for the future discussion, I think I will stay here until Sunday. Then Sunday onward, as I have told you, I will go to the area where conflict is taking place. Internet may not be available, but until Sunday, the time is postponed to Sunday from Thursday. We will discuss any such kind of obstetric issue that I can. If I can give you answer, it's okay, or not, we can make it another time. So if you have any thing to say, it's okay. So we can have a time, maybe Friday. Can we make it? Friday 10 p.m. The sound go. Ezra, your mic might be off. I couldn't hear you.
Sorry, family. I had muted myself there. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Friday, which is tonight. I'll have to just run through with Mika. I'm not sure what program he already planned for tonight. But I'll give you feedback. I'll send you an email, and then I'll just give you feedback of what's the plan for tonight. And if we still have another slot, if he's doesn't have any program for tonight, then we can maybe do a part 2. And I still had some questions that I needed to ask you, and I think some guys will really want to know about this, or will love to ask. There's many things that we didn't even touch on that you taught us tonight. Yeah, and I think we touched on the food, we touched on the fetus movement, and things like the headache and all those other symptoms. We still need to touch on that. Maybe we can do that tonight on the part 2 of this topic. If not, then we're gonna do it hopefully Saturday, since you are leaving Sunday for admission. Yeah. So we can maybe do it on Saturday. I think for now, to be safe, let's say Saturday, but I'll communicate just the correct time and date for you. So I'll wait for I'll just have a chat with Mika and the team and hear what's the plan for today. Today, because we're already on Friday in Africa, except for the guys in East Africa. So thank you, family. I just want to thank our brother Alpha. I want to thank our brother. He's been I think if you're not blessed, I don't know what to say. But it's also another topic that we need to cover. It's family, pregnancy. It's part of family. So we all go through that, and we are here because of this process that we're discussing. For those who are saying, nah, I'm not gonna join, I want to talk about this president or this topic of politics. Life is more than just politics. There's foundations that we need to fix as well, which is this family structure. We talked about the fatherly role in when your wife or your partner is expecting, or both of you are expecting. So yeah, these are the things that we need to fix, and the roles that we need to play as well as family. So if we fix the foundation, the other things of the other societal matters can be easily resolved, because we've dealt with the foundations. And I just want to thank our guest Alpha Tube, our brother Fentahan. That's his name, by the way, Fentahan. And thank Biggie for being here and also advising us, especially as a father, giving us fatherly advice, especially for the fathers to be those who aspire to become fathers or having families in the near future. And also the knowledge that we were taught today, and also our guests and the questions that you guys raised, they were very important. And thank you very much for those questions. Mwenda Tezi, thank you. Brooke, thank you for the questions. And a lot of people, even on the comment section, that asked questions today. Stefani Asia, thank you very much for being here and really contributing and asking really important questions. Nana Dreams as well. I just want to acknowledge you. Marie Antoinette as well. So a lot of people, some I might not name, but thank you for everyone who's been commenting and asking questions and playing a role and trying to extract this information that we've been taught. So really thank you very much, our family, for being here, for joining us. And yeah, I know for some people it's something that it's a topic that we hardly talk about as Africans, but I think we needed to touch on this, and it's of utmost importance that we deal with health. And there will be other topics as well about health. It's not just about pregnancy. Pregnancy is just one part. There will be more topics about health as well, how we can we are a young continent and we need to learn how to take good care of ourselves and age well as well. Age well. And yeah, more topics. And Fenta wants to come back even tomorrow if possible, because he'll be going on a mission. For those who don't know, he will be going on a mission somewhere. And yeah, we might not see him for a while, so he's still on fire. He wants to share more knowledge before going on a mission. He'll be based somewhere, so he told us that the network might not be great wherever he is going, so he wanted to share more knowledge tonight. And for those who joined late, please subscribe to our channel. Please like, turn on the notification icon. Let's get the movement growing. And again, what else? Please join our membership on our YouTube membership program. Be part of it. There's many categories that you can choose. Choose whatever is suitable for you. Join again our Patreon page as well. Become a member there on our Patreon and support us. But first, the first support that we're asking is subscribe, turn on the notification, share as well. Share on your platforms, WhatsApp, every platform that you're using. Share so that more people can get in touch. And also share with family. Speak about this program. Word of mouth is also good. It's also part of sharing. So share, tell your brothers, your siblings, whoever, friends, tell them, hey, join us. We are live every night here on this channel. So please feel free to subscribe, become members. And again, we are pushing for 200K at least by the end of this month. If possible, let's do it tonight. Let's do it tomorrow. Please tell people to share and subscribe, because we have a lot of people that watch but do not subscribe. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. Subscribe if you've not subscribed. Like if you've subscribed. Share if you've subscribed. Turn on the notification if you've subscribed. Then you can get notified, start with the topic, and you won't feel lost. Unlike getting in the middle of a conversation and we're talking so many things, then you want to talk about other things because you don't know where the topic started. So family, please do that. Turn on the notification icon. It will really help you a lot to be part of these conversations. And there's lots. I mean, we're having so many topics to cover. And if you've seen this week, we've had so many topics. We've had great guests. Mr. Obang was here. We had so many things. So many things to be discussed. Do not be left behind. Do not be left behind. Do not be left behind. Be active. Be active. And I want to thank His Excellency Mika for the opportunity for us to be here. And he's in good spirit. For those who want to know where is Mika, Mika is around, and I had a chat with him as well during the day. So he's in good spirit. He'll probably be here tomorrow or tonight, tonight, because it's already Friday in Ethiopia, Tanzania, Kenya, Congo, it's already Friday morning. So to those who are asking where's Mika, Mika's in good spirit. He will be with us. And there's been some uploads. I mean, he uploaded some reaction videos. Please go and watch those videos. And also check out our last night's conversations as well on YouTube. A lot of the conversations we're having here, you can still go and watch them again on YouTube. And then when there's a part 2, it's easy for you to have really proper questions. So go through the channel, go through past conversations that we've had, different speakers, and even the reactions that Mika is busy doing as well. Go and watch them, subscribe, share them, and like. Yeah, I mean, go and go through the content, and yeah, learn so much. So tonight was a great night talking about health, and thank you for your support. And as usual, we will be praying very soon. Be ready, be ready, be ready, be ready. As I said, we're trying to hit 200K. Please subscribe. You know, and another thing that I love us to be aware of is come with topics, family. You saw a brother volunteered. We didn't even have to ask him to say come and talk about this. He volunteered. He even chose the topic. The topic, I didn't even have to choose the topic. He came up with a topic and said, this is the topic. I'll talk about this. If you're dealing with something that you want to share with the world, you are in any field, you are in any industry, and you think you've got information that our fellow brothers and sisters on the Swahili Nation channel, on One Africa Movement, want to learn, or that you think they should be aware of, come and teach us. This platform is open. It's an open platform. So make use of this platform while it still has all these doors open, you know, because when the time is coming when there'll be a lot of maybe closed interviews and all that. So when you still have this, come through, let's share. Come and share these topics. Come and say, you know what? I've got this great topic. I've got this content. Can I be given time? Can I, you know, then we can arrange and see where we can slot you in. And then, yeah. So thank you very much for tonight. I also want to thank my brother from St. Kitts. We also learned, I'm just recapping of what happened today. We've just also learned about St. Kitts. He had just the geography moment where he was telling us about St. Kitts, where it's located in the Caribbean. And yeah, it's a country to look for. And it's a country that we also need to visit for holidays. We don't need to be going to other places. Those are the countries we need to visit as well. If we are leaving our continent, we need to go to St. Kitts, we need to go to Jamaica, we need to visit Haiti, we need to visit as many countries as well where our people are, and also visit our own continent, visit our own home countries, you know. Thank you very much for tonight. My name is Ezra from SA. We're going to close in prayer. Thank you, Abba Father, for this night. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for mighty providing for us. Thank you for each and every member that contributed to this live stream. As we go in different places, bless each and every one of us in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Thank you, family. Till we meet again, God's mercy be with you. God bless Africa. Africa rise. One Africa. No more.